Hello, you beautiful people. All right, it has been a minute since I have worked on this painting. And there's like some white right there. I'm going to need to just touch up some stuff on the clothes mainly, hands, arms, legs, just to kind of get everything more cohesive. I also need to get my chat up and going. Okay. And let's not knock stuff over, though. That would not be good. How's it going, Lady Vex? I haven't been able to go live for a little bit. We've had a lot of stuff going on. So I don't think you missed any. I just haven't been able to go live. But I'm live today. And I am ready to get back to this painting. Yeah, I just don't think. I think it's just been me not been able to go live. The last 3 weeks, I haven't really been able to go live. We had my mother-in-law with us, and it wasn't easy to go live with her staying with us. I loved having her though, so like. Oh, okay, so it has been a little bit, but I don't mind when she stays with us. I really enjoy her company. It's just not easy to go live when she's here. And then we've had the wildfire going on, and family had to evacuate, friends had to evacuate. We opened up our house to them so they had a safe place. And it was not easy with my sister, brother in law, niece, their two dogs, our two dogs. It was a lot, but everybody is safe. Everybody is accounted for. All my friends' animals have been accounted for. So, and today the fires, both there's two of them now, the bug fire and the stallion. Both of them are mostly contained, and will hopefully be fully 100% contained soon. Yeah, it has been ridiculously stressful. So many moving parts. I actually just made a post right before this live. I'm getting native wildflower mixes, and I'm going to be going out into the desert to spread seed to the burned area because it's over 130,000 acres of land that's been burned. And since this is my home, I feel like I should be out there helping repair the land in whatever way that I can. So I'm gonna go out and spread some wildflower seeds. I'm glad they caught the guy there. Unfortunately, they're all human made here as well. They caught one person. She was very proud of the fire that she had started. At first, it was the Fred Mountain fire, but the bug fire kind of took over that one because that fire got massive, and so it all just became part of the bug fire. But she was she was proud. She was out there telling people she started the fire. She's happy she started the fire. Just I don't get it. Homes have been destroyed, land has been destroyed. I don't understand what the point of that was. There's still two other people out there that they haven't caught yet, so hopefully they can catch them soon. Yeah, people really are something. To be out there bragging, and there's people talking about how they've lost everything in the fire, and I'm just like, how can you be okay doing that to other people? I don't get it. I know I will never understand, but it's just things that make you just make you think. Just trying to get some of the highlights marked down that I want to work on today. Yeah, and even if they do, like, I don't want to judge a book by its cover, but this woman does not seem like, even if the insurance companies are able to go after her, she will ever be able to repay anybody for the damage that she caused. I donated to one of the GoFundMe's. Unfortunately, more started coming out. This was the very first home that was lost here. It was a, a new family that had gotten started. They bought their house in February and they lost everything. And since they were the first family, I had some money I could donate to them, so I donated what I could. And then unfortunately the fire just kept growing and growing and growing, and there's more families. The community, though, I have noticed is doing quite a bit to rally around these families. So I am glad that they're getting some help. It was kind of frustrating there for a minute. And a lot of the businesses out here not wanting to get involved, not really caring about what's going on. The school district really upset me because the first week of school was last week, and like 30% of all faculty and staff were impacted by these mandatory evacuations. They couldn't go home, and they were still making them come into work. They wouldn't cancel the first week of school, even though like 12,000 people had been displaced here. And there are other businesses around here doing the same thing. I'm not going to name names on the internet, but one of the businesses out here, worldwide global corporation, was telling employees if they're impacted by the fire, they could just sleep at work so they don't miss their shift. And I like that kind of stuff was just really getting to me during this fire. I'm like, these people need help, not to be worried about losing their job because they're losing their home. But I will definitely be going to our the oh, what is it called? The next city meeting. And I am going to be pretty vocal about my disappointment in the handling of this. Like, I get it. The city didn't want to stop because it could cause economic damage to some places, but at the same time, like, these things are a little bit more important, and we need to be there for our fellow community members. Like, my poor niece, the fire was literally like at the parking lot of her school, and then they still had to go to school because the evacuation mandate had been lifted for her area before, like, the day before school started, and she still had to go in even though like the mountains around them were still on fire. Yeah, like a third of the school district was impacted by faculty and staff. What are these teachers supposed to do? They're already going through so much. And then on top of that, they have to worry about still going to school, still teaching their students. because it wasn't just the schools in the area, it was all across the city. The fire was like all around the suburbs of Reno and Sparks. So the bug fire started in a place called Cold Springs, which is like a suburb of Reno. And then it moved into Spanish Springs, which is a suburb of Sparks. Sparks is Reno's sister city. Like they blend together. It's basically one giant city. And so, like, because they're suburbs, so many people live out there. I used to live in Spanish Springs. That's why, like, I knew so many of my friends were being impacted by this because I was watching it, like, heading towards my old neighborhood, and I was like, oh my gosh. I never expected anything getting that close to my old neighborhood. I guess I could zoom in a little bit. Oh, I guess that kind of makes sense because we have Tesla out here. There was a lot of incentives for businesses to come out to this part of the country. Lots of like, you won't need to pay taxes for 10 years if you employ like 150 to 100 people, something like that. And so like a whole bunch of businesses came out here. Although technically it's not in Sparks and Reno. It's like a 15-mile drive east of the city, out in the middle of the desert. I used to work out there, and all that brought moving it so far away from the city, but it's like technically between Reno and then the next town over, Fernley. So it's like right in between the two. And I get why they put it out there to be closer to like people, like a middle point, but all it did was just create so much traffic. Oh, that is ridiculous. You know, if they would just put this effort into actually like taking care of their employees, they wouldn't need to be like running from those kinds of things. It just it makes me laugh and cry. It's like Walmart pouring millions upon millions of dollars into anti-union propaganda. And it's just like, you could just put that money towards your employees. And then you wouldn't really need to be worrying so much about anti-union propaganda. I don't mean to go on tangents. I don't really need to be going on tangents. There's already enough frustrations in the world. But I will say, like this fire did open my eyes a little bit. Like when I was when I was younger, I remember the '94 LA earthquake, and one of the things that stuck with me about that is the amount of effort the city and businesses put into rebuilding, repairing, and helping people impacted by the earthquake. Like I remember construction companies sending out their excavators and their bulldozers to collapsed buildings, then the freeway to help move stuff. Like it was a citywide effort. I remember the same thing being done in Las Vegas, especially during like flash floods. So Las Vegas is very prone to flash floods, and the city does try to mitigate it with storm drains, but the way that flash floods work in the desert is it just is created wherever all of the rain suddenly falls, and the ground can't absorb it because it's sun baked. So it creates flash floods, and it just happens anywhere and everywhere. And so it doesn't always start in areas that they've put all of these storm drains, and flash flooding is just a way of life in the desert. But I remember during them, like businesses and people coming together to like push water out of the way. I remember like there was a construction site near the Las Vegas Strip, and they sent their bulldozers out into the road, and they pushed all of the water and the trash out of the roads so that cars could get through, people could get through, like things like that. It was just like the city coming together. And I did not see that here. It was very much so a lot of people just, this fire's inconveniencing me. I don't care what's going on. One neighbor here was just like, oh, whatever, let the fire, let the desert and the houses burn. It's not my problem. And that just kind of like really opened my eyes a bit just to see like how much it's changed. I remember just so many efforts into people helping others in the community, and now it's just treated as an inconvenience. That kind of definitely not a fun like realization of the world to see in real time. Oh, I remember mine from when I worked at Walmart as a teenager too. Like, yeah, it was just so much garbage. I was just like watching it, and I'm like, I'm only 19 years old, and like none of what you're saying makes any sense. Like, what do you mean the lines at Walmart are cheaper because Walmart doesn't need to pay union fees, and that's all that it's going to end up costing is all of this price increases on the consumer, and that we should be happy that we are part of this company making things affordable for every like regular people, everyday regular people. And I was just like, this is really corny. I was in the pet department, and then I moved to grocery ICS. Yeah, I could kind of understand that. However, there are good Samaritan laws. Like there are laws, federally recognized laws that kind of protect people and companies for like good Samaritan stuff. So like if you perform CPR on somebody and they get injured, like cuz CPR is intense, you're going to most likely break ribs doing CPR on somebody. Like you can't be held liable for performing CPR on somebody because you were just doing a good deed. And that extends to companies. So like the only thing that I could think of is like, oh well, it's time not doing what the business is paying these employees to do, so it's just money loss. That's how it just kind of comes across to me. Yeah, you're absolutely right there. It was just incredibly sad to like just see such a stark difference from what I grew up with to today, seeing how it's changed so much, and it was just really sad. It was making me very frustrated because like I was trying to talk to friends about things that we could do, those mutual friends of ours that need assistance, and it was just like, can you just stop talking about this? I don't want to hear it. And I'm like, they need our help now. These are people that we supposedly love, and you're just treating it like it's an inconvenience, as if they did it to themselves. Very reminiscent of like 2020, 2021 era. But I'm also not going to let it stop me. Like I know I can't do much, but there are some things that I can do, and this is my home. I want to protect it and help it thrive. So that's why I'm going to be going out into the desert. It's going to be hot as heck. I'm going to make sure to take a lot of water. Doggies are going to have to stay home. They won't be happy about that, but I can't take them out into like 100-degree plus weather in the middle of the desert with no shade. Just not an adventure for the doggies. I'll just go out and I will start spreading seeds. I appreciate that. Thank you. We've are basically like everything is done. I have a video of the tour. I need to like edit it. I actually have a few videos I need to edit. I got artwork done. It's just the editing process. I think I have we went up to Mammoth Lakes with my mother-in-law and I filmed a draw stuff outside video, Emma Nesby's book. Really excited to get that video done. I have another video I got done for the art book with prompts because I needed an easier video to film, and then the fires happened, so I didn't get that one up. I just finished another painting this week for the lovely Chantel Arts, whose birthday was yesterday. So I need to get that video done, and then I have another painting I'm working on that's a commission, and that one's a little late. It's almost a year old, but I'm liking where the painting's going. So I'm getting artwork done. I just need to get the videos edited. I was hoping to work on the videos yesterday, but I kind of crashed yesterday. It was like the first day of no responsibilities I've had in like the last 2 to 3 weeks. Even poor Eric, he was like, we both just kind of crashed yesterday. And I was like, well, so much for editing my video like I wanted, but I guess my body needed it. If I can help others continue creating, I will do my part. And no matter what's going on in the world, I just feel like art art is something that humans should be creating and celebrating until our last day on this planet. Oh my goodness, I just lost my reference photo. Accidentally closed my app and I don't remember what day it fell under. Oh, and I forgot that one. That's another video I have done. I'm looking through pictures. I'm trying to not put it on a screen because no spoilers. There we go. Oh, goodness. That's exactly what I did. I was like, I had everything ready for the live stream and it was up, and I accidentally just closed it. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, wait, how many weeks ago did I save these pictures? And then I have How Much Art Can You Make? I have Chantel's book in front of me. That's another one I'm like, I've already started planning out pages to work on. I also got my Create This book because that one's getting a little neglected. Like, I'm not trying to make fun of like anybody like Cassie or anybody working on the prompt books. It always made me laugh when they're just like, "Oh, I've been neglecting my prompt book." I was just thinking in my head, how can you neglect your prompt book? And now here I am doing it, and I'm like, "Oh, well, that's how you get preoccupied with all sorts of stuff." I know. I am so excited for her new coloring book. I think I'm gonna have so much fun with that. There's like her style is so intertwined in the illustrations. I'm really excited to get my hands on her new book. I think it will be a lot of fun to like just working on portraits, being able to do them in fun and unique ways, like my the paper crafting, like coloring with paper pages. I think that would be so much fun with some of hers. Yeah, I know. I'm really impressed with Cassie. I'm like, wow, Cassie, you're really knocking him out. She had a whole lot more than I did. I have three going right now. I got my own personal prompt book with you guys. I have the Create This book and How Much Art Can You Make? Okay, I have four because I did just start draw stuff outside. Here, this one. I'm not going to show you any of the pages I'm working on, but like I do have this book, and I am going to take this one with me when I go out to spread wildflower seeds. So I can turn that into a video as well. So she's got her five. She has five because she has the four books individually, and then she's got the compilation book. Then on top of that, she's got Mariah Elizabeth's three books. She has oh, Chantel Arts. There's two other artists books that she has, and I'm just like, wow, Cassie, you have so many. And then yeah, just like watching her knock them all out, I'm just like, wow, that's some dedication right there. I'm really impressed with Cassie because she's just been like hammering them out. But it's also cool because at the same time I'm watching her style become more like more honed in. She's sharpening her style and her art skills, and it's really cool to like watch everything progress in real time. This is probably one of my favorite things about Cassie's videos, and I don't even know if she realizes it, but it's like really demonstrating just how much her skills are improving. And it's such a like her videos are just such a great marker for that, watching her growth. Yeah. I'm wondering like is Cassie just gonna re-get all of these books when she's done filling it in? It might get a little loud, just FYI. Eric just got home with groceries. He went to the store. Good. I was worried the dogs might start barking. It absolutely is, yeah. I mean, Ashley Monet, Ozzy Crafter, the Cassie Projects, Chantel Arts, they all like really kind of helped give me that edge. Oh, and Rose, like of course cannot forget Rose Requin Crafts. Like, yeah, they are all pretty instrumental in me finally getting into gear and making my own videos. How's it going, Shannara? Happy you can make it in. I'm just we're just talking about like the Cassie Project, Chantel Arts. Them working on their prompt books, how much they've been inspiring everybody. Chantel's new art, like coloring book that came out today, I'm super excited for. I'm glad you are doing well. Well, at least as well as you can be. I have been lighting my candles. I actually need to get some new candles. I'm almost out, but I have been lighting my candles for you. Hoping that you feel better. I actually let them put two new ones out, and I just let them burn all the way down for Ashley Monet losing her nephew. I have four left. I have four left, so I do need to get some more though. I'm super excited for her coloring book. I am going to be getting that. Not expecting that video drop today. Drive safe. That was one of my BFFs, Maisha. She just she went with Eric to go to the grocery store. They like growing grocery shopping together. So she was just leaving. Yeah. That's why I lit my candle for her. Put out the love and healing energy and sending it her way. I need to actually look at a reference of shorts. That's what I'm not liking. Let's see. I know I had some references. I just don't know where they are, and I can't show you guys like me scrolling through my photos because I got so many spoilers. No, I won't show you the photo, but I'll give you like a sneak peek, not a spoiler because it's not done. Like, I've still been working on paintings. This is going to be an upcoming video. And I have a whole backup of them, and I can't like go through my photos with you guys because you might see spoilers. Let's get you flipped. Yes, it is almost done. I just got to finish the work on Kenny. And it's just mainly working on his clothes and everything, but I need to be looking at an actual reference because the folds just don't look natural, and I want them to look a little bit more natural than this. So got some work to do, and I need to get my good reference for this. I just don't remember where it's at. Okay. I got some. I got it. I just needed to find it. All right. I had the folds in the pants going the wrong way. That's what my issue was. Even down here, they should be going up this way. That's why it looked funky. It would help if I had the folds of the clothes going the right way. Did you guys all vote in Ashley's poll for celebrating 15,000 subscribers? I'm so proud of her. I knew she was going to do it though. Like, Ashley's got such a great personality for YouTube, and her art is fantastic. I know she's gonna be up there. She's gonna be one of the great YouTube artists. Okay, it does look a lot more natural now. I just need to clean it up a little bit. Use some purple for these shadows. Just makes it feel a little bit more alive. Yeah, it's I'm just blown away. So proud of Ashley. I can't wait to see where her art's gonna go over the next 15,000 people, because I know she'll be at 30,000 before we even realize it. Oh, how's it going, Illustrated? Nice to see you here too. I'm glad I can finally catch up with some of you. I have missed you guys. Life got too crazy. Yes, we have fully settled. Thank goodness we were fully settled, because we were able to help my sister, brother-in-law, and everybody with their evacuation mandates. Like, they were able to come over and they had a safe place to stay. So we are fully settled in. Fires are looking much better today. A whole bunch of evacuation mandates have been lifted. People are allowed to finally go back home. Both the bug fire is the main one that's at 94,000 acres burned. That one is like 80% contained, or it's between 70 and 80, I think. And then the Stallion Fire is the other big one at 40,000 acres that burned. That one's like 74% contained, the other's 83% contained. I just don't remember which one's which. But they're all both mostly contained now, which is fantastic. I hope they're able to get it underway, like contained completely and out. We now have over 1,000 firefighters working on the fire, which for a while there we only had about 200. So the extra help was definitely needed. It is having a really good impact on the fire and getting it out. And then this week I'm going to be going out and spreading wildflower seeds and native plant seeds to some of the affected areas. If you would like to help my efforts, I have on my community post, I made a post today with a link to my an Amazon wish list for native plant life here, that while I'm going to be going out and spreading seeds, if you want to contribute to it, you can buy me some packs of seeds to go out and spread. And these are seeds for plants native to my area. So if wildlife eats the seeds, it's going to be their normal food source. And then if they help create new plants, then they're also native here. The reservation out here, the tribal members have already started going out and doing that. And I want to help my desert as well. This is my home. It's inspired so much within me. I feel like I kind of have to give back. And so you can help with that if you would like, because the seeds are expensive, especially for some of the desert life out here. The desert plants, their seeds are not as easy to harvest. But I will be taking all the seeds out and helping my desert. How's it going, Elsa? Welcome, welcome. I know, I've been watching them around the world. I cannot believe how bad this season is. All over Europe, especially France got hit really hard. Africa is getting absolutely decimated. It breaks my heart for all this wildlife and all of the lands. I just hope that there are people in situations and that could get out and help repair the land as well. I figure, I'm gonna do it. Might inspire other people to go out and do it as well. I did it when I was a kid. There was a really big wildfire that hit Sequoia National Park, and this was when I was in the second grade, and we went out to the forest and we all planted trees, and that had a really big impact on me as a kid. I did it in Las Vegas. There was one out at Red Rock Canyon, which was one of my favorite hiking spots. That one was a little less taking seeds out though, because cactus seeds are really hard to to get. So we went out, my earth science class, we went out into the desert and we picked different plants that we wanted to dig up and relocate into the desert for the area that burned, and help bring new life back into the area. Definitely want to still do that out here. I do. I actually got some really pretty, really pretty pictures of a sunset the other day, and the only reason it was so pretty was because of all the smoke from the wildfire. Like, actually just kind of stood out there and had a healthy cry. Invoked some emotions within me, just seeing like such a beautiful sunset that could only be possible because of all of the destruction that was going on around me. So I just kind of had like a little humbling moment while I just watched the sunset. Got some really good pictures. It's been stressful, but it is definitely going better. Let's see, where are some of these pictures? Here's one. So this area right here was all smoke, and we had a storm trying to come in that was getting, it was trying to go north, but it was hitting the heat dome of the fire, so it was kind of getting pushed around it. So like these are the remnants of the storm that got pushed around it, and then the smoke all coming over from this side. You could kind of like see the difference in the clouds. But I thought it was really pretty, all the purples and the pinks. It was just a reminder, though, that like the earth will always do its thing, and there's always beauty in everything around us. Even if we may not understand what's going on, there's still beauty to behold within it. Going well. Pretty much all settled in. I got my tour video shot. I just need to edit it, but with the crazy things going on, I have not been able to sit down and edit. I was hoping to edit yesterday to have a video ready for today, but I kind of crashed. Eric did as well. It just, the stress of the week caught up with both of us, and I was just kind of like, I'm not gonna push myself. I will be kind to my body. Obviously, it's stressed. It needs rest, and so I just kind of went with it. And I knew I would have time to go live today. I just wasn't sure what time, and so I still wanted to go live. At least get some painting done, interact with you guys. Okay, I feel like I need to tone this down a little bit. The purple just seems a little harsh. Take some watered down reds and soften that pink up a little, or purple up a little bit. Oh, I hope it's for a good reason that she's coming to visit. But yeah, it's when you're expecting people to come over, it's always like scrambling to get everything done on time because you don't want to be cleaning while they're over. That was Eric and I when we found out my sister was being evacuated. We're like, all right, well, she's got to have a place to stay. We need to start cleaning in case they're gonna come here. And then as soon as like Eric and I had finished the cleaning, she had let us know she's on her way. And so like we had just finished in time for them. She is easily overstimulated, and so just being in the evacuation center was too much for her. And I was like, oh, that's why your brother's here. You can get out and be in a safe space. Oh, well, I'm sending your daughter love. That's definitely never easy. It's gonna be a rough one to work through. 5 years is a really long time. Well, I'm sending your daughter my love. And I know she'll find the right one for her. As I was told when I was in a really bad breakup from a long-term relationship, you got to get through your second and third loves before you can find your first love, your one true love. Yeah, those are never easy. A lot of really difficult life lessons you learn in those kinds of relationships. But I know your daughter will be stronger, and I hope the lessons serve her well in her future relationships. May not have been fun to learn, but they definitely help out in future relationships. There we go. That's looking a lot better. Boy, the angle of the folds of fabric really makes a difference. Aw, thank you for all the hearts. I love watching them come up on the screen. I may not always notice them, but like when I do notice them, it makes me smile and happy. How's it going, Julia? Up a little late, aren't you? I need to comment on your video. I finished watching it right before my live, and I was like, oh, I'll comment when I'm done. I just need to remember. You stopping by is reminding me I need to. Your art haul. Go comment on it. If anybody in here didn't see it, you should go check out Julia's art haul. Thank you, Elsa. I appreciate all the hearts. I'm seeing them flooding my screen. It's they're all for me, they're all over in this area. And I could just see them just fluttering up for me. How's it going, Space Hero? And Buddy? Welcome, welcome. Appreciate seeing you all in here. Especially because I couldn't get a video up today. I appreciate you all joining in the live. I'm probably gonna need to let this dry and just do a wash over it to tone down the highlights and the shadowing, but like I pretty much got it. Maybe smooth out this area. Maybe there's too many. Do it. You had the thought. Just do it now, David. Smooth it out. Doing too many wrinkles in the clothing. Yeah, I'm hoping to get this finished and sent out this week. If I don't finish it today, I'm hoping to have it finished on Wednesday so I could get it sent. This needs to be with Cassie. And it is almost done. I'm just nitpicking details at this point, but they are important to me. I want to get them just right. Let's get this. Create an illusion of a seam line. Because pants have seam lines. Um, with whatever I have available, I do have butcher paper that I will put over the painting so that nothing will scratch it like the cardboard. I don't want the cardboard rubbing against it, so I do use butcher paper over the top. Um, I will sometimes use the butcher paper to fill the backside of the canvas, so like fill this area. It's not very deep, but I don't want anything to push on the other side and cause a rip or a hole puncture anything in it. So I do stuff this side with parchment or butcher paper to fill it in so there's no void. And then I wrap it up in the butcher paper. And if I have bubble wrap or anything from other like packages I've received or anything like that, I will wrap it in bubble wrap. Otherwise, I have this like accordion paper that you can like pull apart and it creates space. Wrap it in that, and then I cut a box down and tailor a box, make a box around the painting so that it fits inside of it snugly and that it is not going to move. It shouldn't bend. It should be able to like take a pounding in the event that it has to. Hopefully it doesn't before shipping them. I have had two artworks disappear completely in shipping process, which I was kind of devastated over. I had them sent to Amsterdam, and unfortunately, like they made it into Amsterdam, and that was the last time I heard anything about them, and they were never seen again. Like they never even got delivered. It wasn't somebody stealing the packages, they were just never delivered. And nobody knows what happened to them. And it took me over a year to get the insurance payout on that. That was through FedEx. I don't like FedEx because of that. That was way too much work for the amount of money I paid for insurance. But that's how I'll ship paintings that are on canvas. Otherwise, if it's like a paper, or I actually have like canvas pads, I will paint on sometimes, and I will just roll those and send them in a tube. Yeah, I want to reuse packaging as much as possible. Give it more than one life. And I know, like, I get teased by it. Like, Rose teased me a little bit when she got her painting. She's just like, wow, this thing was packed. I'd be like, yeah, I have had paintings disappear. I'm a little paranoid. I want to make sure, like, there's no damage or anything for your painting. Oh, yeah, that would be. I don't like touching it. I can't stand the way styrofoam feels. There's super smooth packing peanuts that I'm okay with, but I don't like using styrofoam to begin with. But like, I don't mind the really, really super smooth ones. It's the textured ones I do not like at all. I do not like the way that feels on my hands. It very similar to people's sensory issues with like microfiber cloths. Very similar to that. Just mine is with styrofoam. I can't stand it. Eric's over in the other room laughing at me now. 30 by 40. That is a decent sized canvas. I would do the same thing with that one. However, I would probably not go through USPS. I would probably go through UPS for that. I just feel like when it comes to like bigger packages, I've had better shipping processes with UPS. A little bit smaller, but I tend to work on smaller canvases as well. I feel like I could get up close and personal with the details. Largest I think I've done. Oh, for personal use, it's my Dexter painting. That one's 18 by 24. But I've done one bigger. It wasn't for me though. I just don't remember the measurements. It wasn't much bigger. It was probably 30 by 40. I just can't remember the size of it. That one was a space painting, and uh, like early work. I, kind of a commission, not really a commission. Someone, it was like in college, someone was just like, I'll pay you if you do this. I did this. I did it. And then they paid me for it. They're like, oh, I do like this. And then they bought it. So it was like kind of a commission, but not really a commission. Because we hadn't like worked out a deal. I just did it. So that was before like I priced my paintings out though and was like actually doing it professionally. I am the same way illustrated. I can sketch. I do sketch sometimes. Most of the time I'm not a sketcher either. I just go in for it. I mean, you watch this. I didn't even sketch out any of the Pokemon. I just went right in with like the white and was just like, oh, I think this is the right area, and then I just built upon that. All right, all right. I think I can stop messing with it. Yes, yes, David, stop messing with it. Holy cow, that is a big painting. 4 foot by 3 foot. Like a mural. I want to do a mural. It's on my to-do list, but that size canvas really intimidates me. I like working in tiny details, and I'm thinking like if I do all these tiny details on a mural, it's gonna take like 1,500 hours to finish the mural. Yep, I am a little crazy with my painting, but like I don't know, when I see it, I'm sure Illustrated can like relate to this. When I see what I want to create, I don't need to sketch because now I'm seeing it in the painting. And so I just follow with what I'm seeing. You guys will all see a video pretty soon of where I did that for Chantel. I created a painting that like felt right, and then went with what I saw in it, and it was weird. I love it, but it was weird. You say that, and Illustrated, you say that, and I would like to believe I would use a bigger brush on a wall, something more appropriate for finer details, like, this versus this. But I know me, and no, I will get so hung up on the tiniest of tiny details that I will use a detail brush on a freaking mural. I know myself. I said that with Dexter's painting. I'm like, oh, the canvas is bigger. I can use a bigger brush. I don't need to go as crazy with these tiny details. Did that stop me? No, I painted that entire canvas with a detail brush. I will take you over. Can you turn on the light? I already told him you went to the grocery store. You guys are going on a trip with me. Okay. This painting right here, this is 18 inch by 24 inch. I did the entire thing with a detail brush. And I had told myself beforehand I would use a bigger brush because it's a bigger canvas. I don't need to use the tiny details. And that just did not stop me. Also, if you can see this texture, all that, those are remnants of his ashes. I painted him into the painting. I still get to see him. I miss him so much. Like, yeah, the whole painting, that was done with a detail brush, and it's 18 by 24. So I say that I would use a bigger brush, and you say I would probably use a bigger brush. No, I wouldn't. Are you trying to take my seat? I would probably still use a tiny detail brush. Yeah, Dexter was my heart dog. I was really devastated when I lost him. He was the most important dog in my life. I love Onyx and Baxter, and I treat them with just as much love, but there was something special about Dexter. And Rascal. I need to work on that painting. That's going to be my next pet portrait. To get Rascal's ashes painted into a painting of his own. He was a good dog, too. Okay, you know what? I won't feel as bad now, knowing that others also use detail brushes on a mural. I was just like, if when I ever get my mural done, that was like the part that was always just like the most intimidating thinking about it. Like, how many hours am I gonna put into this? He was the only dog I ever had where I felt like he admired beauty. We would go on hikes, and Rascal would be out, like, doing his thing, running all over the place, barking at chipmunks and whatever. But Dexter, he would just sit there and he would stare at the sky. Like, if there was a sunset going on, he would just sit down and he would just stare at the sky, and it was like he was admiring the beauty of the sky. I've never had a dog do that before, and it was definitely like a quirk of his that I've never seen in another dog. And I miss that about him. Him being able to go out and just like be content staring at a sunset with me. That's funny. Oh, tell your daughter, yes, it's exactly what it is. You are watching paint dry. Because, like, the shorts are now dry, and we watched them dry. Sometimes watching paint dry it can be exciting, I guess. Gotta get all of these little tiny highlights on here so everything looks cohesive and a little bit more separated. Just depends on what part of the painting you're watching at whatever given time. Sometimes you're watching it dry, other times you're watching it be placed. But that's funny. I might have to use that in a future painting. The paint and chat and let's watch paint dry. Yeah, we're doing much better today. The fire restrictions or the evacuation restrictions and mandates for a huge portion of the city were lifted today. 12,000 people were displaced while the evacuations were going on. And it's been about a week since they've been able to go home. But they were lifted today for a huge portion. A lot of people are able to finally go back to their homes. So that's been a lot of like stress for so many people. So really happy those were lifted. We have 1,000 fire workers working on the two main fires. And for a while we were only dealing with 300. So it's really nice that we got some backup finally in to help with all these efforts. And then later on this week, I'm going to be going out and spreading native wildflower seeds. I have, for anybody in here that would like to help, I do have a wish list on Amazon where you can purchase some native seeds that will be sent to me and I will take them out with me and I'm going to go spread some seeds into the desert. This is my home. I want to try to help in its recovery effort. So I'm going to spread some seeds. I'm also going to take Emma's book with me when I go out to do that because I got to fill this thing up. So since I'm going to be outside in like 100-degree weather or 38 degrees Celsius, I think. I can't do the math right now. It's somewhere around there. It's going to be hot. So I will be going out there and doing that though because definitely still needs to get done. This is my home. I want to help it heal. The native tribe here's already started doing that and I want to go out and do that too. Yeah, 12,000 people. I am so confused. Spreading seed. That went right over my head. I am so lost, buddy. Eric's laughing. I think he gets it.
I do.
Is that like a hetero joke? Is that what it is? Oh, okay.
In the words of my manager, you need to behave.
Well, that went right over my head, so. But if you would like to help in that efforts and helping me repair the desert home, I like you can purchase seeds. I got a mix of seeds in there, ranging in price from like $5 to $20, just different price points. This the seeds that I checked were like they're all drought resistant, good for the desert, like Mormon tea. There's a couple like that's one of the main vegetation in this area that got burned up was Mormon tea, so I got that and some other just wildflowers to kind of help the wildlife in the area. So even if the seeds get eaten, it's like their natural food anyway. Okay, yeah, it was a hetero joke. I get it now. I didn't at first. I agree. I used to do that kind of stuff when I was a kid, helping out wildfire areas. I talked about it a little bit earlier. When I was in the second grade, we would go out to like Sequoia National Park, got hit with a wildfire, and I went out with my class and we planted all sorts of pine seedlings everywhere and other natural plant life for the area to help it grow and recover. Did the same thing in high school outside of Las Vegas. There was a pretty bad wildfire, and we went and collected cacti because cacti seeds take forever to grow. So we went out into like an area to dig up barrel cactus and choyas, and then we transported them over into like the affected area and replanted them. So I want to do the same thing here. I live here; it's my home. I feel like it's part of my responsibility to help out in this area if something happens. I'm sure there are. I know the UK's got hit pretty hard this year too with fires and drought. I cannot believe some of the pictures I am seeing coming out of the UK about the drought. Like you guys are starting to look like my area, except the tan and brown of your plants doesn't mean they're alive like it does here. They're dead. Here we have plants that are naturally brown and they look dead. But seeing some of the pictures, like there was one I was like looking at, I'm like, where in the world is this? And then I saw it was like a, a giant park outside of London. And I was just like, wow, I cannot believe like how hard it's hitting you guys too. Yeah, France, that hurt my heart seeing all the fires in France. Africa's gotten hit really hard, and so is South America. Last I checked on the wildfires in Africa, like it's almost like a belt around the middle of Africa. That's just like the entire continent. just this belt of fire around the equator, and I cannot believe the size of the affected areas. Yeah, I actually just one of my friends. I did an art trade with her before she moved. She lived here on the west coast of the U.S. and she just moved to Barcelona. Uh, been kind of keeping up with her about stuff, and her family, even though they're in the middle of a move to Spain, they've kind of like gone out. And at least like there are people trying to go out and help. That's very important. These places are our homes, and I think it's important for us to do our best to give back to our home. Yeah. Oh yeah. I've never seen a year like this for wildfires. It's intense. And I think it's just a good reminder of why it's so important for us to do our part in getting back involved and trying to help repair the land a little bit. I don't think people understand like how much that can help a area that's been devastated by wildfire, especially since like we can go out and do that unlike other animals, but going out and planting seeds and just giving a boost to the plant life can really help it bring back, because a lot of time what happens is in these wildfires these areas get decimated and then they're just left and they stay barren, and then all the nutrients from the soil and everything just blows away in the wind, and it's not as hospitable to the native plants after that. That's why like the fire is still burning, but it's pretty much contained at this point, and I'm still going to go out and throw out seeds. It's not the right time of year for seeds, but it's going to have an impact. And not all the seeds will sprout after I throw them. Most of them will probably wait until next spring after the water season or winter when we get snow and everything. But that's going to help the ground and the soil stay intact so much better. We got hit with rains. The heat dome from the fire pushed the storm out of the way for a while, and we got all these rains, but the areas that had already burned were under flash flood warnings and landslide warnings. Part of Reno flooded because of it. Like, it was weird getting all these warnings. We had a tornado warning, we had a flash flood warning, and we had the fire warning. Like, we were getting all three of these things at the same time, and everybody in town was like, what is going on? Like, well, you got the hot air from the storm mixing with this cold air from, or you got the hot air from the fire mixing with the cold air from the storm. It's just, that's what forms tornadoes. So yeah, we got a tornado watch too. We actually had our own little, luckily like this got stopped really quickly, so I didn't have to evacuate, but a couple days before the fire that my parents and sister had to evacuate from started, there was one called the Peavine Fire. It was less than an acre, so they got it under control really quick. But like, lightning struck the side of the mountain, started a fire, and then immediately when the fire started, a fire tornado started and was going through the desert. And like, I'm just like, are you serious? It was just like instantaneous. Lightning struck and then this fire tornado got started. But like, I literally live right down the street from from a major fire station, so they were able to get there within like 10 minutes of it starting, and they got the thing put out. Yeah, that one was crazy. That was a little scary. It was just like 30 minutes of like, oh my gosh, we're gonna have to run. We're gonna have to start getting our stuff and go. And then they got it out, and I was like, okay. Thank you, firefighters, for putting out that freaking fire tornado.
Puppies.
I that's one thing I do not want to deal with. I do not want to deal with a fire tornado. I hope you guys are able to. I, I I hope the government's able to do something to help you guys through the drought. I because there's so many enchanting areas in the UK. I would love to get to see one day. Oh yeah, this is Buddy, Chantel's partner. He's a good guy. All my interactions with him have been really lovely. I think it's cool that even from a half a world away, I've been able to feel and see the love Buddy has for Chantel. Okay, I need to. These shoes are looking like old people shoes. I think I need to finish these shoes. Let's make them look a little bit more age appropriate. Eric's over there laughing at me because I said they look like old people shoes. Like they do. They look like I have a pair of old people shoes that are slip-ons, and I'm just like, okay, they're kind of looking like those. I mean, they're definitely not shoes kids gonna wear. Yes, exactly. Let's make these look like some tennies. Sneakers for everybody else in the US. Of course, I can see like the love you have for Chantel and you shower her with. I can feel and see it just through our interactions. And I think that's something special. Even if I'm not part of the relationship, I can still like acknowledge that that's something special there. just working on the the bottom of the shoes is already like changing how old they look. I think I want to put red. I want to add some red to the shoes. Tie them in better with the clothes. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna add some red. I'm sure aren't there? I'm pretty sure I'm thinking of a pair of Nikes. They have like the white and then another color underneath. Oh, Reebok. I'm looking at Eric's Reeboks. His are in blue in the bottom of them, like white and then blue on the very, very bottom. So it might be Reebok. I hope Chantel doesn't take offense to this. If you're listening to the Chantel, please don't take this offensively. I mean this in like the best of ways. You you have similar energy to the the women who own taverns in like fantasy media. Like Chantel has like that kind of energy. I pick up through her videos. It just kind of like just that the woman inside the tavern taking care of all of the travelers that stop by and like looking for food, and she's just like, come here, let me sit you next to the fire, and we got all of this cooking, and Buddy's in the kitchen cooking this, and I'll bring you a plate of it as soon as it's ready, like, but just warm up for now and I'll bring you some ale. That's the kind of energy I pick up from Chantel through her videos. I can see that. Box and bar, is that supposed to be wench or bench? Wench, yeah, kind of. I just don't like that word. Like, there's nothing offensive about it. I just don't like saying it. But yeah, like she just definitely have like that kind of energy about her in her videos. I picked it up when she coordinated the Secret Santa that we all did last year. And then a lot of her outfits also kind of like just have that same kind of feel to them. Just very warm, welcoming, caring nature about her. Okay, good. But I could absolutely like see that, like, buddy, how you don't like to be on camera. You just like allude. There's just always an illusion that you're there, or like a hint, or you can see like a hand. Like you're the hand that goes through the window to like put the plate of food out for Chantel to take to somebody else. Like you're the one in the kitchen cooking, making sure all of the food is not burning. And you want to help out, but you're like, I can help out, but I'll be in the kitchen. I'll be making the food. You don't have to worry about the food. Just make sure everybody got has ale in their drink. I'll be here making food. Definitely working for the cottage core, yeah. It was so much fun. That was the one that I made for Courageous Painting the Phoenix. I'm gonna do this Christmas season Secret Santa as well. I believe we have some new artists joining in for it as too, so that's going to be even more fun. My favorite thing about the Secret Santa, though, is I secretly get to get art from other artists. Like, that's my favorite thing. It's like, ooh, I'm gonna get some artwork. Well, I mean, maybe you can illustrate it because I was talking with one of my other art friends. I was hoping to do an art trade with, and they just don't have the time right now. But like, I love doing art trades. I haven't been able to do one in a minute. I have one set up that I need to work on, but both of us like just are a little out of sync at the moment, so we gotta wait. That one's gonna be going to the Caribbean, and there are so many restrictions on sending stuff to the Caribbean. I have got a lot I need to like read up on how I'm gonna be able to send something to her. But maybe somebody in the U.S. would be a little bit more appropriate. Maybe we could work out something. I wouldn't even make you turn it into a video if you didn't want to. I am totally copying Reebok right here. I'm just looking at Eric's shoe. Just like, how does this blue like look on the shoe? I'm looking at your shoes because they have something similar to what I wanted to do. Eric does too. You like getting the packages in the mail even though they're for me because you know like, ooh, I'm going to get something out of that.
Oh, yes. I get to open up the bag first. Unless it's a large square, like, flat box, and I don't know if it's already opening. Or something.
We can work out something. I'm absolutely positive we can. And I don't care how many subscribers you have. I'm not doing it for subscribers. I'm doing it because it's fun. I've gotten that from a few people I've talked to on YouTube outside of like my other art group. This is like PokeTubers and stuff. I a lot of it whenever I talk about possibly things that we could do together, a lot of it just comes down to like, oh, subscribers and like this might get you subscribers, but like I don't think it's gonna get you any subscribers. Are you sure you want to do this? And I'm like, I don't care about that. If my audience connects, like I hope my audience connects with it. But I'm not doing it to try to get more subscribers or anything. I don't care about that. I want to make art that I enjoy and others might enjoy. And if people connect with that, cool, but it's not the goal. These are definitely starting to look more age appropriate for a kid. Yeah, I can message you on Instagram. I need to get some stuff like back on track just because like the last month has been crazy for us. But I can work it out and you've mentioned it in here before, so like sending to Oklahoma is a little bit easier than sending to the Caribbean or or to Europe. As much as I would love to be able to do more art trades with like artists around the world, realistically speaking, right now, like the U.S. would definitely be more affordable for me, and I'd still turn it into a video and give you a good shout out. Might boost your channel. At least I would hope it would for you. And it would give other people a chance to see your art because I like your art. That's why I love Chantel's channel too. A lot of it is just things that make her happy, and that's what I connect with. It's her love and enjoyment of making art that I connect with so much with Chantel. Even when she's not happy with the artwork, like I could still feel everything she put into her artwork, and I just feel like it makes it that much better. I like artwork that I can feel. I can feel the other person in. I can see everything that they put into it, all their love, their effort, their time. See, yeah, there are people out there. That's kind of why I love watching Blackbean and Chuck Lee, Tin Hundred, Ashley Monet. Like, yeah, that's why I love watching them so much because, like, I could just. They're doing what they love, and it comes across in their video. Chantel's up there with it. Courage, Christine, yeah, she's another one. Her 50 artist Pantone collab, like she's put so much into that. She wasn't doing it for subscribers or anything. She's doing it just because like she loves making monsters and she wanted to do something to connect with other artists. It is so funny how such a tiny detail aged these sneakers down. They're definitely not looking like old people's shoes now. My Skechers Airwalks because like I need extra support for my feet when I'm walking. I can absolutely see that, especially with how long she's able to go making 2 videos a week. Like I know you're helping her out too, but like I struggle just with my normal day-to-day life and getting out 1 video like every other week is what I'm basically doing right now. Like I could definitely tell she loves making the videos. It's there in the videos. Just I'm always blown away by Chantel. I told her in the video, like I'm blown away at her resolve. That's why I know, like, if we lived in a fantasy world and Chantel ran an inn or a tavern, hers would be well known across Middle Earth. I'm just gonna need to cover that up. I don't mind making everything of the videos except the going through my voiceover and cleaning it up. That is what I don't like. Cleaning it up to add on top of it and syncing everything together, that's my least favorite part. I don't mind, like, I have to go through and edit all my videos down because, like, it's 40 to 60 hours of footage that I have to condense down into like a 25 to 40 minute video. So, like, I don't mind doing that. I don't mind actually recording the voiceover. I don't mind picking out the memes or anything like that. The part that I don't like is syncing up my voiceover to the actual video and cleaning it up because I make so many ridiculous mouth noises that I don't realize in real time until I'm listening to a recording of myself and I'm just sitting there like, why am I doing all those noises? David, stop it. Annoying the crap out of me. Eric's just over there laughing because he knows what I'm talking about. He deals with them on a daily basis. All right, Shannara, I hope you have a wonderful night. You get some rest. Yeah, I'm not a fan of my own voice. Everybody's always told me your voice is fine. I've never been a fan of it. I remember as a kid, I heard my voice for the first time. I had called home and we had an answering machine. Nobody was home, so I left a message. I don't even remember what it was about, but I left the message on the answering machine, and I got home before anybody else. So, like, I checked the messages and I heard my own like my own voice on the recording for the first time. And I remember, like, as a little kid, I was so upset, crying because I was like, I don't want to sound like a woman. Why do I sound like a woman? And I was just inconsolable over the fact that my voice on this recording, like, I was a little kid and I sounded like a woman. And I was just devastated by that. The ridiculous things that upset kids. That was mine. Like, I just remember, like, I was in full-blown tantrum. Well, not tantrum, but just, like, upset over the fact that, like, I thought I sounded like a woman on the answering machine. Right, it's just so funny. It's just because of how different our voice sounds in our own head. We get so used to hearing that, and then when we hear the recording, we're like, ah, that's my voice? Yes, it is definitely looking more like kids' footwear. I will agree, buddy, your voice is deep, but I actually think your voice is pretty soothing. I could honestly fall asleep listening to your voice if you were like to read a book. If you were to ever start a YouTube channel where you just read books, I would definitely listen to your voice and fall asleep to it. You do have like a deep voice, but it's very soothing. I don't think it sounds aggressive at all. uh, we are so. I do know Kendall is always looking for new voice actors to read stories. If you don't mind reading, buddy, I'm just saying, like, if you Kendall in the Kendall, absolutely download those, to listen to, or like purchase them to listen to. Uh, okay. Well, buddy, you may not notice it, but to us Americans, we apparently have like this really weird thing for the British accent where it just hits our ears in just the most of pleasant of ways. And your voice does that for us. I have a feeling like if you were to ever read stories, you would do really well, especially with the American audience. It's because you guys are too used to it. That's your normal. That's not our normal. As Eric was saying yesterday, he was making fun of me because I said something, and he's just like, "This you sound so white and southern," and he was making fun of me for it. What was it? The
Gator tater.
Oh, gator taters. There's a potato chip, and they're called dill pickle gator taters. And I read it, and Eric was just like laughing at me. He's like, "You've never sounded so white."
Gator tater.
Gator taters.
See, you still sound
So yeah, you guys are just used to it. Us silly Americans who lost our accent 100 years ago. It's almost like it feels like a forgotten home in a way. Oh, thank you, Illustrated. Thank you. Eric is still over there making fun of me over it. Like, she's like, how else are you supposed to say gator taters?
Gator tater. Why do you have that, like, that twang at the end?
He's like, why do you add a twang to it? I don't even know what you're talking about. That's another thing that, like, kind of I love about the British accent is the dialects and the regional accents you guys have. We don't really have that here. I have a West Coast accent. Illustrated has a Midwest accent, but our regions are so big. Like the West Coast accent spans from Washington, Oregon, California, Nevada, Utah, Idaho, Arizona, and then you start getting into like New Mexico, Texas territory, and then it starts becoming a southern accent, Midwestern accent. But like our regions are just huge compared to the UK, and I'm fascinated by that. Illustrated says you sound white saying it too. She could hear you. So meh.
Más o menos. Gator tater.
Yeah, that I just think that's so cool. Like why can't Las Vegas have its own accent? Las Vegas is like
Ew.
500 miles away from every other city. It's just in the middle of the desert, but it just like you meet somebody from Las Vegas and they you wouldn't be able to tell them apart from somebody who's from LA or Phoenix or Portland or Seattle. We all sound the same. You trained yourself out of your southern accent. I mean, you wouldn't be the first person I know who's done that. I had a friend in Las Vegas who did that, but she's just like, I don't want people to think I'm bigoted, so she just tried trained herself out of her southern accent as well.
I met a lot of Southern people that know whether or not
That's what I told her. I was just like, there's lots of southern people who aren't bigoted, but she's just like, no, that's what it's known for. Well, whatever.
your accent.
I like you no matter what your voice sounds like.
Your accent is very charming.
So in the East Coast, they have some smaller regional accents. So like you got New York, New Jersey, Boston, like they all kind of have like their own separate accents. And there's a few other like you could kind of tell somebody from Maine apart from somebody like South Carolina. So though that region of the US, I feel like the accents are more similar to the UK where it's just like city to city has a slight different accent. But as you get out west, everybody just sounds the same. We all sound the same.
I say
Okay, most of the people that well, no, I can't say that because Californians do it all the time. They like nobody knows how to say Nevada. They're like Nevada,
Nevada.
Nevada. Everybody from Nevada is just like, no, it's Nevada. Say it right. It's Nevada. Nevada. Yeah, that's a quick giveaway for anybody who moves into like Reno or Las Vegas. Like when someone like, oh, I just moved here. Like, oh, are you from Nevada? No, I'm not from Nevada. Like, yeah, we could tell. Arkansas? No one knows how to say Arkansas? Arkansas? You don't know how to say Arkansas? we I make fun of people from Arkansas too. I'm sorry, but I've been to Arkansas and I was scared. Not a place for me. I never go back. Most uncomfortable place I've ever been in the United States. I will never go back to Arkansas.
Or it's like Illinois.
I will absolutely make fun of Arkansas. It's like I not like the stares and stuff I got when I went there. So our our literacy rate was not the best for the most of American history, and that's how you get things like a state called Kansas and a state called Arkansas, even though Arkansas is spelled Arkansas. Well, Illinois is another one that like Eric had brought that up. Illinois is another one. People from Illinois get really, really upset if you're like Illinois. You're from Illinois. And they're like, there's no S. Illinois. It's Illinois. Illinois. Yeah, we know how to say Arkansas. We purpose like I'm one in the group though that I'll purposely say it wrong just because I think it's funny. Even though like I am one of those people like that's not how you say Nevada. Oh yeah, Eric's pointing out other things that I say incorrectly. I actually just had a conversation about this like not too long ago. You get on my case about words I say funny, so I don't mispronounce them. I say in quotes on camera in a voiceover. Like when I do a video with crayons, he's just like, say it right, crayon. Or crown. You got me, like, you have me saying it right now. I'm just like, crowns. Where are the crowns? And Eric's is like, that's not how you say it. Say it right. Or like when I go to do a voiceover, like for a coloring book where I use crayons, he's just like, it's crayon. Crayon. Say it right in your voiceover. Crayon. Pillow is another one. He's like, that's not how you say pillow. Pillow. No.
Well, pen.
Pin. Yeah, I'm just like, can you hand me a pin? And he's just like, a what? A pin. A what? A pin. A pen. You mean a pen? You want a pen, not a pin? I was like, okay, whatever.
Because I came over with a pen, and you're like, that's not what I wanted. I was like, you asked for a pen.
I did ask for a pen. I wanted a writing pen.
Not a stabby pen.
Not a stabby pen, a writing pen. I don't even know how we got on this tangent of like.
I'll be nice.
Oh, because Buddy's voice is soothing, and us Americans just love the British accent. All right, how am I gonna do this? I need the red shoelaces to stand out, but I do not want to go over them in white first. A Cohen? A Cohen for coin?
Oh, coin?
What was another one? I used to get made fun of. Armoire is another one.
That's correct, though. Armoire.
No, it's not. It's armoire.
Oh.
Armoire.
If you
I'm like, it's an armoire. No, it's armoire.
It's armoire.
Armoire.
You also go and do Spanish words, and I'm like, what?
Reneth is spelled Rainworth. Reneth is spelled Rainworth. Okay, so like, yeah, we definitely got it from you guys. That carried over from England. Fourier? The Fourier?
Foyer?
Fourier?
Yeah, like a foyer.
Yeah, foyer.
Yeah, like a before the lobby.
It's not a word I say very often, but I'd probably say foyer.
Foyer.
Foyer. Foyer. Water. You want some water? Water. Water is another one, yeah, because like you've made fun of how I say water a couple times. Got water. And he's just like, you say it so harshly.
Why is water gotta be aggressive?
I'm just like, I just want some water. Here's your water.
Water. Water. Is a T. Is a B sound.
How far down do I want to go? But Eric also makes fun of the way I pronounce Spanish words too. So,
Because you do it to get my reaction.
not always. Sometimes I just say it and then you bust out laughing, and I wasn't trying. I was trying to learn, and then you're just like dying over there because I say some word I don't even like, can't think of any right now, but there's a whole bunch that just you hear me say it and you just start rolling.
You called me cochino one day, and I was like, what are you talking about? I'm like, why you call me cochino?
Wymondam? Wyndham. Wymondam. I'm like sitting here. I didn't finish reading the rest of your sentence, and I'm sitting here. Why Doham? Why is it giving me Wyoming vibes? It is pronounced Windham. Wyndham. Okay, but I do kind of like a lot of your weird city names. Like I don't know, Pokemon got me into that where like I actually Pokemon's got some really weird city names in Gen 8 Galar, which is based on the UK. So like some of the cities have weird names and like everybody was just like, well, that's really like that's on par with the real UK. So like I looked into some of your maps and was like looking at city names, and I thought it was super charming some of the names your guys' cities have. Like I'm sitting here like Pioche, Ely, Elko, Carson City, and then like well, Winnemucca's cool. I actually like the name Winnemucca.
Yeah, 'cause it's after Chief Winnemucca.
But like Pokemon, they got a city that's called Stow-on-Side, and there I can't remember the city in the UK that it's based off of, but there's like a town in the UK that has a very similar sounding name, and I'm like, that's so cool. Where do you live? Stow-on-Side.
Oh, I'm flooded.
Yeah, I want them to look like kid shoes. Like Kenny's a kid. I want to make sure like he's got the age appropriate sneakers on. Well, yeah, I know they're super simplified because like the games are made for 10-year-olds. I don't care though. I have fun with them. But like I really freaking love the city names in Galar. I gotta say like Galar's got like my favorite bunch of city names. Cockermouth? You have a city named Cockermouth? It's like dildo out here.
There is
Yes. Yes. That's the city that inspired it. Stoke-on-Trent? Happisboro? Boro? Happisboro? I don't know. Like that's how I would pronounce it. Happisboro. No, how I would think this is pronounced. Happisburgh. Hapsboro? Hapsboro? Oh. You guys got a city named Twat as well. Oh, this conversation's gonna get this video demonetized. Yes, I loved Lake Titicaca when I was a kid too. Yeah, I think like that's a rite of passage out here. Like everybody knows Lake Titicaca. We've never been. Most of us will never go, but we know Lake Titicaca. Hasbro, like Hasbro, like the toy company Hasbro, that's how it's pronounced. I would have never guessed that. Nope, not in a million years.
See?
English is both my native and non-native language.
Why are you doing over there?
uh, we have a weird we have a couple weird cities, but nothing like that. Like there's Jackpot, Nevada, Genoa, Goldfield. Like they're just Tonopah, Tahoe,
Burnley, Dayton, Fallon.
Fernley, Fallon, Dayton,
Lovelock.
Wadsworth,
Wadsworth. Lovelock.
Caliente.
Caliente.
There's Las Vegas. There's
There's not a lot.
yeah, like
Ely.
nothing like that though. Not in Nevada. And you think we would because like Nevada was the only state for the longest time that like we had legal brothels. You think we would have some weird city names here?
You know, we probably did, and they were probably renamed.
Like yeah, I would expect Nevada, especially because Las Vegas is known as Sin City. Like you would think like oh we're the state with the dirty city names.
We're Jersey.
But nope, we don't. There we go. I think these look generic, but definitely look like like good sneakers for a kid. Like they look like he would get compliments on his shoes. Okay. Yeah, I have heard of Hooker. Cookie Town, that's funny. A lot of our areas and towns are like inspired by native names. Like we have Washoe, Winnemucca, Elko, Pioche. I'm trying to think. Oh, Tonopah. Yeah, like most of ours are just like Native American inspired names.
For the most part, yeah.
Like Winnemucca is named after Chief Winnemucca. The tribes that called Nevada home.
Remember, right? He was part of the, like, what is it? Was it Raging Bull?
Give me just 1 second. I need to go into my room for a second. Watch out, Onyx. Shitterton? Wet Wing and Bellin? You, you have a city named Belland. gosh. Where are you from, Shitterton? Shitterton. Oh my goodness. That's freaking funny. Also, I don't think I can add anything else to this. I think this is good. I should leave this alone. Maybe add some highlights into the shoes so it's on par with the rest of it, but I think this is what I was going for. Should I give him socks? I know the style right now is the tube socks that cover your calves because ankle socks are what old people wear. Even though when I was a kid, I didn't like wearing tube socks because I thought that's what old people wore. So I wore ankle socks. Oh yeah, I could do some shadows. Let's get some highlights into these shoes, and then I agree. I gotta figure out some shadowing. I did blue and purple shadows and all this stuff, and I could probably put some. It's gonna be going this way. Don't even need to make the shadows look super detailed, just kind of like fuzzed lines. I'm gonna get to send this out this week. That actually makes me super excited. This was a good live stream. You guys got me laughing pretty hard. Boom, 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 boom. Bum, 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 ba-da, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, ba-da, bum, bum. So I do still have a huge stack of paintings that I need to finish that I started. And you know what? Maybe I will put in a vote. When I finish this, when I get like some shadows and stuff put on this, I think I'll still have a little bit of time. I'll take you guys over and we can go look at my works in progress that have just been sitting for years. And we can figure out which ones I'm going to do next. I have a feeling I know what most people would probably vote for, but there's a couple there like I really want to work on. One I guess I could turn into a video. But I think it might be more fun to do in like a live stream. I'm glad I worked on this today. I got a lot of finalizing details done. Abrek, could you do me a flavor? Could you put on a pot of coffee, please? Half a pot is fine. You don't need to do a full pot. I'll be up for hours if you do a full pot. Okay. I will give you guys a sneak peek, Shannara, because well, Buddy's already seen it. And Chantel did kind of post it, but this is going to be a video. However, I did get it done, and it is sitting right here because I worked on it. I'm not going to show you the whole thing. You're just going to get to see this little cutie. I don't know what I'm going to name him yet. I've been calling him Space Fairies. But the one that's laughing and smiling, I'm not showing him any of the other ones yet. You're going to have to watch the video for this. But like, yes, I created Space Fairies, and even though they kind of look like shuttlecocks, I didn't realize that until afterwards. It's another funny word. That's what they call badminton birdies. They're called shuttlecocks. And yeah, they kind of look like that, but I do love them at the same time. And I will explain in the video how Chantel inspired these little space fairies.
The blimps.
Right, I was not expecting those things. I was just going with the flow, letting the painting tell me what I needed to create. And like I ended up seeing those little things in it and I went with it. They're weird. I love them to death. They're weird though. I kind of want to sculpt one now though because I kind of love them. They're so weird, but I love them. Stardust. That'd be a good name for that one, Stardust. Just because she looks so happy. Yeah, I can't wait to get that video done. I have like the video was done. I need to still record the voiceover for it though. But I have like 2 other videos that I have the voiceovers recorded for, but they're not edited together yet. One was because I was like, I need something easy to work on, and that was supposed to be for last Sunday, but then we had the fire, and I didn't get a chance to edit it all together after recording the voiceover, and then the whole week it's just been ridiculously busy because of everything going on. It it is up there with one of my favorites for this year so far. It's just it's weird, and that's why I love it so much. It's nonsensical, but there's like, yeah, I'm loving the way that one came out so much. I can't wait to hang it up, but I don't even know if I'm gonna get a chance to hang it up because Eric's keeps talking about wanting to steal it for his office at work. But at the same time, I'm like, if I ever get a chance to mail anything to Chantel, maybe I can mail that one to her. And Eric was like, no, I like that one.
I could be bribed.
Eric says, I could be bribed. That's kind of why I love doing those paintings, though. Just going with the flow, letting it come out naturally. 'Cause then I get weird things in it. Like space fairies that look like shuttlecocks.
There's sound or something.
And the great thing about this gray I'm using is it will look like shadowing on this white. I was really worried Chantel wouldn't have liked it at first because I was like, this is turning out a lot weirder than I intended. And I was thinking like, Chantel sees that she's gonna be like, this is what David thinks of me. What are these? I had to keep telling that voice to be quiet because like it was getting louder and louder, and I'm just like, shut up, let me finish this. Internal voice like, it's a really weird painting to be inspired from another artist to create. I don't know. I think without socks is fine. That's true. We are all weird. We make being weird okay. Should I do sex? No, just stop messing with it, David. Stop messing with it. It's fine. It is fine. Leave it alone. All the pictures I saw of him anyways, he wasn't wearing socks. So, like, it works for him. Okay, I'm making a really watered down wash to kind of like... something that I can spread out. Oh, get back on screen, David. Nobody can see what you're doing. I just really watered down blue. And I'm just kind of going in the basic shape. She's inspired a lot of artists. I don't know why she would be blown away by how everybody's so inspired by her. Kind of happens when you uplift the community. You inspire people. And everybody always wants to like return the favor for all of the inspiration and love that she's given the community. A little bit more. Oh, wow. See? It wasn't watery enough. There we go. Very thin layers of acrylic. That's what I'm going for with this. Just very thin. Think thinly. Let's get a little bit of purple in here towards the center. Just a touch, just a touch, just a touch. I'm just happy I was able to do something to contribute to her birthday and make it a little bit special. And it helped me get a painting done that I've had sitting in my stack for almost 3 years now. Started it and it just sat there. Chantel's work ethic is like what made me pull that up, because like even if I've noticed this about her videos, even if she doesn't like what she's working on, like she'll go into it with a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of like expectations, and if it doesn't go her way, even if she's not liking it, she still gives it her all to finish it. And I'm always blown away by artists that can do that, because I get frustrated and I'll put stuff off to the side and then I like, it's like I'm punishing it. I'm just like, no, you're no longer inspiring me. I'm not going to ever work on you again. And like, Chantel is able to give it her all, even if she's not liking what she's working on. And so that was why like I had to finish this painting, that space painting, because it sat for almost 3 years untouched, just in my stack. There we go. I can do a little bit of extra shadowing right here, just a little bit of dry brushing. Oh, I wish Cassie was in this live. I think she's working right now. I'm gonna have to send a picture to her. I'm I'm actually really happy with this. I'm really happy with this. It's gonna make me start crying. I've been working on this painting for over a year now, and I hadn't felt good enough to work on this. I kept pushing through it though, and then doing the lives with you guys to kind of help hold me a little bit more accountable to get this done. And it's like I'm looking at it and I feel like it's done. I can't wait to get this sent to her. Yep. This was. It is going to get me all teary eyed. I don't want to cry on video. I don't need to be crying on video. I need to sign it though. It's just a year. I've off and on working on this for a year. Over a year. There's Kenny playing with his Pokemon. I'm gonna have to get like good scans of this so they can get prints done too. Signing out, like I gotta sign over rights to them. I don't want to keep this painting. This is for them. I am gonna touch up this halo glow around him though, just so there's a little bit more contrast. I hope if Kenny can see this, he approves of it too. So this is 192 hours. Not quite 200 hours. Yeah, I think 190. I'm gonna have to double check it, but I think it's 192 hours. And I think every hour was worth it. Cassie's good people, and I know how much it devastated her when she lost her nephew. She is a very good auntie, and she loves her nieces and nephews so much. That's why when they're like her kids, she's always with them. So I knew I wanted to do something really special for her and her family when they lost Kenny. Yeah, there we go. He's standing out so much better now. I will say the only thing that she said about this, she ended up loving about this the last time I talked to her, which is Kenny's looking a little bit older than he actually was, but she kind of loves it because the painting's coming a couple years after he passed, and he looks about the age he would have been today. And she's just like, I was gonna correct it, and she's like, no, please don't. I kind of like being able to see him how he would have looked like if he was just a little bit older, and it looks exactly like him, just a couple years older. It was one of my worries too, because there was a point where he was looking not even like a kid. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. It's throwing my camera focus out of whack. Can you guys see that? It's focused on Kenny, but the Pokemon are out of focus as if they are further away than Kenny is. It makes me laugh when I'm able to achieve that on my focus with my camera when it throws my camera off, where it's like, oh, this is in the foreground, and it kind of like is out of focus around everything else. Okay, so what color? I think purple. I just go with purple and my little signature right there. I'm so happy I get to finally put my signature on this. Oh, she's going to be so happy. I'll have to get this all packaged up so we could just get it into the mail tomorrow. No more waiting, just get it sent. Boop, 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 bum, 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 bum. I am a Poke nerd. I know the music way too well. I know it's not going to be super visible, but I don't want my signature to be like a... I don't want it to take away from the painting at all. Oh, you guys can't even see it. I'm off in my own little world. Can we get it? Yeah, it is definitely gonna be in its own little part back here. But that's okay. My signature doesn't need to be super noticeable in every painting. Kind of just blends into the flowers, and that's kind of what I was wanting. My little footprint. I will definitely be sharing what what her response is. Yeah, it just blends right into these flowers. Baxter's such a cutie.
So does Onyx when he wants to be.
And yep, there we go. It's there. It's hidden. Or I wouldn't say hidden. It's just, it is not a focal point. And it's done. I will share a better photo so you guys can see like in the better details. I'll get a high resolution photo taken and get that posted tonight. But now I got to figure out what the next painting is. So I'm going to take you guys with me and we're going to go look at my whips and we'll pick out a couple that I'll use in a future video. So we're going to come in here because my stack of whips are all right there. So we got, okay, plain black canvases. I'm going to put off to the side. They don't count. Oh, gotta hide this. I just realized something I cannot show you was just showing. Oh my gosh. Whew. That one would have been bad. I can't show this yet at all. So I got this one. I don't know what I was going for with this one. So I was trying to recreate this. I love this, but I created this after a, how should I put this? A magic fungi trip I went on, and I haven't done one since, but I was with a professional. Like it was, he is a doctorate. He has a doctorate in psychology, and he does this to help people work through depression and things like that. So like I was with a professional and I created that painting after like the session that I had with him. And I was trying to recreate something similar to that. This did not go to his plan at all. And I ended up putting it onto the side and was just uninspired after that. But that was the original idea for this. There is a Pokemon sketch. Now I could do a regular video with this, or I could just go right into this. This is supposed to be a Pokemon one. This is actually one of my original paintings. I think about the same time I made this one. I had sketched this one out, but I didn't feel as it was as inspiring as the other one, and so I set it off to the side and left it alone. So there's that. This is not my artwork. That is for a different video. Oh, there's this one. Yes. It was very beneficial. I don't know if I'll ever do it again, but I am very glad that I did do it. And now this painting. This one is kind of a reflection of how I view social media right now. It's been sitting off to the side for a while though, because this one's really heavy. I don't know if I'm going to work on this one online, but I do know the direction for it. So like each little spot is supposed to like represent a different like dystopian thing I see online, like when you're scrolling, how it's like happy cats and then like real world tragedy, happy cats again. And so like that's where I was going with this one. I don't know if I want to work on that one on live stream, but I might if you guys want to. Then there are these. This is the one I think everybody's gonna end up picking, because this one is so close to being done. It is like right there. I just need to finish like this garden area, like all the overgrowth and everything. This is actually going to be a Doctor Who piece. I am going to be adding in the TARDIS and a Weeping Angel into this, because like you can turn anywhere into like anywhere is appropriate for Doctor Who because he travels through space and time. This is actually inspired by some of the abandoned and decrepit Victorian homes around me. Like we do have some, so like that's what inspired this. And the old Chevy engine hanging out. So I could work on this one. This is the one I think everybody's going to end up voting for though. This is I struggle painting people. There are issues with this. His face is a little too small, and if you're not sure who this is supposed to be, I was trying to paint Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. I'm gonna need to work on this one, but this could be one I do on my live streams. Like this one also probably won't take as long. Another Pokemon one. So this one is, where are you? All right, there's this painting, and where are you? Oh, you're right there. This painting. These three paintings I entered into the Pokemon illustration contest for 2022, and this one were in the top 300. There were 12,000 something entries, and these two made it into the top 300. They had another contest in 2024 that I entered. None of my paintings placed, but this was a concept for it. And let's see. So I ended up going with this. This was my entry for it. It didn't place. I'm still super proud of it though, regardless of it placing or not. But this was the original idea. So because in this painting, I got Toxel right here and Blitzel. They're the two consistencies between all the paintings. And since like Toxtricity, which is what Toxel evolves into, was one of the approved Pokemon for the second contest that you could create an image from, I thought it would be fun to do like them in the future from those original paintings. And I didn't go with it, but this is a possibility. I think this one would be a lot of fun to do. Finish him. The car screams, Christine. It does. Oh, cool. I'm glad Scorpion still comes through in that. So there's that one, like possible, the Scorpion one. This is one I might turn into a video. So this painting is gonna be the actual second painting from a series I wanted to start called Uniquely Punished. And the idea was to like recreate images of weird punishments through mythology and history. And so like Medusa, she shouldn't have been punished, but she was punished. So the idea was to have Athena turning Medusa into the Gorgon, and I wanted her old face falling away but staring at her new face. So that was like the idea with this one. And then of course like the temple to Athena in the background, because she was a priest of Athena and this is what Athena did to her. And then I was going to put like a old Greek town in the background, something like that. But that was the idea for this one. And let's see. photos, collections. Can't show you stuff because I can't show you yet. In due time. Here we go. And the reason like this would have been a series is because I did this painting. Oh, I forgot there's nudity in this. So this is Prometheus, and I did this as a commission. There's the eagle that eats out his liver, and I was really happy with the way that this came out. So much so that I was like, I want to turn this into a series. And so that was when I came up with this, but then it's just sat there doing nothing. So I want to possibly finish that, but I could also turn this into its own video, possibly, maybe. And let's see. This was an abstract piece I did, getting out feelings towards my father. I could finish this one. I don't know if I would finish this one on live stream though. That's like, don't need to be crying over that one. Oh, also not my artwork, future video right there. I already know what I'm doing with that one. Let's see. This was going to be a painting of Tiana for Eric. This one has sat there for about 4 or 5 years now. Might be time to work on that. This is a big painting though. This is a 24 by 18. That's exactly what I was thinking, why I was wanting to do that. All right, and this one is going to be a video. This canvas has been primed for Rascal. So this is, he's going to go in it. I'm going to have it more like this. There we go. Have it this orientation. And the idea is to have Rascal in the middle right there, kind of laying down like how he used to lay on his back for us. And he was very toy driven. He loved his toys so much. So I was going to have his toys, his favorite ones, surrounding him and him just laying in the middle of it with like, Eric picked out the background color. He just wanted yellow and gold. So that's for Rascal. This I'll probably end up turning into a video. And I think that's it for these paintings. But I mean, there's a pretty decent stack. Two of them are definitely for their own video, but remove those. What do you guys think? Which one should be my next? Let's see. I'm going to make a poll in my post so you guys can vote in that as well. I'm going to set this one off to the side. This one's a possibility. This is its own video. The story behind this, our old place, this is my next door neighbor's artwork. He had to move and he was just getting rid of stuff and he went to throw this away. And it fell out of his, it fell out of his trash can when the trash man took it, left it in the street, and it got ran over before I noticed it. And I went and saved it. And I want to do something with this. I think it's pretty cool. Will, I think, was a little too hard on himself. I think he's a really good artist. But he had a moment where he was just like, screw all my artwork. And I took that and I want to do something with it. And I did get his permission afterwards. I let him know, like, hey, I noticed you were throwing that away and I rescued it. This is my plan with it. And he was like, okay, cool. Here, I'll give you another one. And that was when he gave me that one that he was just going to throw away. And I was like, nope, I'm going to save it. I'll do something with that. I think I'm going to save this one. That's too personal. I'm going to put this one. So we got Tiana, oh, the sun, Medusa. I think I'll save this one for a video. I can only have 4. Okay, yeah. Tiana, Medusa, Scorpion, and we'll do the house. How's that sound? Those four will be the ones that you guys can vote on for Wednesday's live stream. Does that work for all of you guys? Paint one for Eric, then Christine. I like the Pokemon ones too. I want to get those done. It's been too long since I could just focus on Pokemon paintings. Awesome. Okay. So, yeah, I don't need you hanging out in there. So then I guess that is it for today. I'm really happy I got this done. I'm going to calculate the hours. I will share this photo on my post, and then I'll also make a poll for everybody to vote on to see which painting I work on in the next live stream. And I'm going to get this mailed off. They're all gonna make me happy to work on and finish. I'm just torn between which one to start. So like, yeah, I'll let you guys help me out. Whichever one gets the most votes, will be for Wednesday. I think that's a good plan. Oh, I can't wait to get this sent out. I'm so proud of this one. This one's gonna make me cry. I'm very happy with this painting. So anyways, I don't need to cry on video. I need to get some stuff done now. I appreciate everybody being here today. I got it done. I can't believe I got it done. It has been. Thank you so much, Shannara. All right, Illustrated, Buddy, Lady. Who else am I missing? I know I'm missing other people. Twisted Art Lady, Elsa, if you guys are still here, Lady Vex, anybody else still watching? Mishi, if you're still here too, I just want to say like thank you so much. We got this one done. I'm very happy with it. So yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful night, day, morning, whatever time of day it may be for you. I'm going to get going to get some stuff done. So yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye, you beautiful people. I'm proud of all of you, too. I'm proud of all of you. You all have a wonderful one. All right. Bye. Bye, you beautiful people.